Hey everybody, we're going to pick up a 1960 Willys DJ right now. It's up in New York somewhere. It's like an hour drive, and got a good deal on it. It came two-wheel drive because the DJ was used as like a mail Jeep, and it was more of like a civilian car. And this one has been swapped to four-wheel drive. Apparently, like the brakes are locked up, the carburetor's off, so it's gonna be quite a project to get it on the trailer and everything. But we got the trailer all hooked up, and we'll be there in about an hour. So I'll check in with you guys when we get there. So here she is, in all her glory. Hood and everything are all off over here. We got one sliding door that I can see, a Jeep brand plow, spare fenders, all that good stuff. Radiator with all the one hose, which is definitely going to need to be replaced. Engine looks pretty good. We're going to open up the distributor and check all that out in a sec. It's got new plugs. Carb is off right now, so we won't get it running right now. New water pump. It's been worked on. It looks pretty good. But sitting in here we got our nice little back seat as a front seat. Transmission, that's reverse. First, right there. Wow, that went far over. And we got second and third. And it goes through them all really nice, so yeah. It's looking decent for the mechanical side of things. In terms of the body work, it's gonna be quite the project, as you can see. So right now, we got the Jeep all jacked up. We're gonna have to try to slide the ramps underneath the front tires and then put some PVC boards underneath there. But it's not jacked up high enough right now, so we're gonna get stands under here and pull the ramps out of the trailer, and then see how high we can get it. The back wheels are not locked up. The front ones are completely seized, no movement at all. Transmission's in neutral. So yeah. So you'll notice if you follow along in this series that this isn't that sort of all these guys who have all this mechanical work and all this down to a science, especially with these specific vehicles. This is really just my journey of learning how to basically entirely restore a vehicle at 18 years old. So if you follow along, I'm sure you'll be pleasantly surprised, because I do have a decent amount of experience, but it's going to be a lot of learning for sure. And here we are again. We put two come-alongs on the front of the Jeep, and we're just slowly and steadily pulling her up there. You'll notice that it's really slow moving, and these come-alongs are putting in a lot of work here. We had 4 guys pushing on the back of it at one point, and it really just did not want to move. These brakes in the front especially are extremely seized. But it came on, it got on the trailer, we put the wheel straps on, chained it up and everything, and we're almost ready to go. Girl's finally on the trailer. We're just hooking everything up right now. But got the straps on. We got to take a bunch of spare parts out of the back of here. We just got like gaskets, we got a bunch of coolant up there. A lot of free stuff. Nice battery that probably doesn't work at all and hasn't in 15 years, but we're gonna find out. And we're gonna load all that up in the truck. This is on the front of the truck still, so we gotta spin around, and then we'll get out of here and start our journey home. Sweating a little bit. It's toasty. She's on the trailer, and it's time to go home. Hopefully everything stays all good. Got as much taped off as possible just in case it rains. It's not the best day out today. Got the hood, the doors, and all that stuff all taped up in the back, and that plow, which had to weigh like 600 pounds in there. And then in the back right here, we've just got all the fenders, carburetors, hood, grill, radiator, or no, not the hood, but coolant, jack stands. God knows what all that is. Just a ridiculous amount of parts, but she's looking good. I mean, not good, but eventually she will be. See you later. So here we are, we just got back to the house, and we're taking it off the trailer actually, and you'll see as we start to push it and we get everything untied and the plow moved out of the way, that even when it's on this decline, it doesn't like to roll at all because of how seized the brakes are. And it's just amazing to me that this 3,000-pound car, or whatever it is with all the stuff off, doesn't want to roll. All right, so it's getting kind of late in the day, so probably won't be doing too much work on her today. Um, we've got like the holes for the carburetor taped off and then like some of the coolant passages, but honestly this thing's been sitting outside for so long, it doesn't even really matter. Unloaded the truck, got her home. It's probably like an hour and a half ride. Everything went nice and smoothly, and for now we're gonna start with just a quick power wash and hopefully get some of the crud off of this thing, because it's dirty enough working on it with the diff leaking and oil kind of all over the front and on the block and all that stuff. But in terms of next steps, we are going to be basically pulling the whole body off of the frame, and then we'll be pulling the engine out. We'll be pulling off all the plow mounts because we're not really going to use that. We're just trying to get this thing back in good shape, and I'll film all that good stuff as we go along the way. As you can see, the body's, it's not terrible on this thing. There's some pretty shoddy stuff going on here. We're gonna have to figure out what's going on, but it looks like someone bolted a block of wood behind that big rust hole. And up here you can see in the floors there's all these holes. I could just kick that through with my boot if I had them on right now. But another new thing that we're going to be doing is just taking off this big top right here, and just getting it down to the frame. We're really just thinking about the next steps for this. Because it is a DJ, it has this windshield which is quite a bit wider than the windshield that they would have had on like CJ2As and stuff like that. So we're going to get all these panels off, get it kind of looking more how we want it. So we got a long journey ahead. This is actually a senior independent study for me that I'm doing at school. I've been working on a lot of cars. You see my JK right here, and then we got a CJ7 in the garage that we've done a ton of work on. We've learned a lot, and we decided to step it up. Don't know if that was a good move or not, because literally rolling this thing off the trailer, it's on like a 45-degree decline, and it wouldn't even roll. So we got a lot that we got to get to. Don't really know where we're going to start, but overall, like I said before, the mechanical side of things, it's pretty good. And for this project, I'm actually just starting this YouTube channel right now, and I've never really filmed any videos aside from like the occasional stupid TikTok or something like that. So any tips, anything like that, anyone who really knows what they're doing with all these old, this is a 1960 Willys, all these old Jeeps and these L134 engines and stuff. I've done a ton of research and watched a ton of videos, but there's only so much you can see from videos, and a lot that people learn from firsthand experience that definitely would help in some specific situations that we have going on here. So I'll keep you guys updated along the way. We're gonna have videos for basically all of the process. I really just have my phone, and I just got some tripods that we're gonna use to film. But yeah, there we go. It's a learning process in a lot of different ways, and we're gonna get dirty, we're gonna get down to it, and hopefully come out with some good content for you guys to watch and follow along with as we go through this journey. I think it's going to be more of like a 18-year-old trying to build a Jeep than anything. Seriously, I'm going to be learning a lot along the way, so it's not going to be like all these guys that come out and they've worked on 30 of these exact cars with the exact engine and everything before, and just have it down to a science at that point. So hopefully that's a different sort of angle for you guys to check out here. But yeah, here we are, me and my baby. She's basically named Gary right now, which will change soon because she looks like the stupid little snail from SpongeBob with these plow lights on here. But yeah, so just got back from a nice little family dinner, hence my attire, slides, khakis, the grind never stops. So here we are, back with the DJ. We're actually just taking off plow bracket mounts right now, just because we're never going to use the plow, and they're just a hassle to work around, and the body's coming off anyways, so we figured why not start with that. My buddy Brian is here. This is his K5 Blazer. We'll go around that a little bit later. Here it is with the jack to get the mounts out all the way. Big strong man. So yeah, after that, I think we're just gonna throw the carburetor on, cover up for the night, and I'll be back out here tomorrow morning to get working on it again. So this is basically gonna be the last little clip of this video. So Brian's gonna be working with me a lot on this process because we've done a lot of work on his old K5 Blazer and his K10 square body, and he's been along with me for a lot of the process, and we've learned a lot together. We work well together, so you'll be seeing a lot more of him. But we just got the bracket off for tonight, covered everything up, got familiarized with the car, and yeah. Anyways, this is going to be it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you made it to the end. I'd really appreciate a subscribe or a like or anything. It honestly all helps. This is really just a huge learning experience, but things will definitely get more interesting, and we hope to see you next time.